Hello, White Clouds. This is Jennifer, your humble messenger for your light approach to life. Here on White Cloud Tarot, we're going to start off with a weekly reading, guidance from Source, and we're going to look at 3 piles for you to choose from. So we're going to take the first deck. It has already been shuffled fairly extensively. So we're just going to do a quick shuffle and get that first oracle card for you. And then that way we can kind of help decide which pile works best for you. I'm asking Source to give us an oracle card to help guide you throughout the upcoming week. We are also going to request that this reading be timeless, so you get the advice or the guidance or the entertainment that you're looking for when you need it. Perfect. Thank you so much. Okay. Pile number 1, you have, let's see here, the Star Bathing. Pile number 2, you have Nanael, or the 10 of Wands. Pile number 3, you have the Panther Spirit. Now, if you'd like, we're going to add crystals to these to sort of help you choose if you need it or if you just enjoy seeing them. To pile number 1, we are going to add the Azurite Malachite. Can help with things such as psychic development, health, serenity, being all seen, even astral projection. Pile number 2, you have the green Aquamarine in the raw state. It is for healing and cleansing the body and the soul. And pile number 3, you have the Moonstone. Helps raise intuition, guides you to success. It's calming and helps with new starts. So these are your piles. Go ahead and pause the video if you'd like. Take a second, meditate on it, or some of you would just know right off the bat, and that's okay. You pick a pile and you can tune into the timestamps below, or you can listen to all 3 and decide what fits. You can pick 1 or 3 or 2, whatever works for you. Listen to your own intuition. You know best. Okay, let's get to the readings. Okay, pile number 1. We're going to continue with a second oracle card. Please show us guidance for the week coming up. Thank you very much. Dignified strength. Okay. And then we're going to go ahead and pull some tarot. Please show us guidance for the week coming ahead. Thank you. Ooh, messy. Messy, messy. These are such lovely cards. Ooh. Okay. Now, we're always seeking guidance with love and light, because we are all always different places in life, right? So we're different from each other, and then we're just different as life ebbs and flows. And so it's nice to have a bit of guidance. Okay, interesting. Interesting. Let's go ahead and get that last one. Oh my goodness. Nine of Wands. Okay, let's go ahead and take a look at this. Now, I will say that you getting advice from the Starseed Oracle, right, which is going to be this one here, the StarCodes Astro Oracle, and then the Quantum Tarot. And then we have our traditional Rider-Waite deck here for any sort of clarification that we may need. And the first oracle card that you have out is the Star Bathing. And that is light body, crystal grid, transmission, activation, which is just a beautiful card. Okay, so basically, we're going to use this card for activation purposes. And I want you to sort of sit, be mindful, be open. And I want you to repeat this mantra. I open myself up to receiving the wisdom of the crystalline grid beneath me. May the stars and the earth inform and heal me. As they do, may it heal the earth too. It's a very powerful card that you have here. You may be being called to begin working with the stars and the crystalline grid of Earth. So some people believe that that crystalline grid of the Earth anchors divine cosmic frequencies onto the planet. And so you're guided to unlock these cosmic codes within your presence. Okay. Just sort of heavy, isn't it? It's exciting, is what it is. And then that is, I guess that is, well, let's take a look at Dignified here. It's a beautiful card with the sunset behind and the clouds, of course, right? Always with the clouds. Let's see here. The Dignified is also the Strength card. So a planet is strongest when it is essentially or accidentally dignified. Okay. So your voice matters, right? You have to trust that you are what is needed at this moment. And that's what this card in this particular deck is asking you to do, which I think works really well with the Star Bathing. Trust who you are. Trust the inner wisdom and power that you have, and lean into the source, right? The divine, earth, cosmos. Lean into it. It's what we're all made of, right? So you have this power at your fingertips. Absolutely. Especially if you've picked this pile, right? And let's take a look at your tarot. So your Quantum Tarot, which is a fun deck. It's a beautiful deck that I just picked up, so it's fairly brand new to me. So you were given, let's see here, you were given the Hierophant. Okay, and then the Nine of Pentacles. And then the Strength. Nope. Yep, the Strength card again. Interesting. And then you're also given the Devil, the Three of Swords, the Six of Pentacles, the King of Pentacles, and the Nine of Wands. So the Hierophant is right here, right? So the Hierophant is tradition, an accumulation of wisdom, as it were, which ties in really well with the Oracle cards. Once again, you're being told that you have wisdom, or that you are capable of receiving wisdom. And the Nine of Pentacles is a card of independence, right? It's financial security. It indicates success, of your resources, whether that is just finances or information, any tools that you may need to do your job, any tools you may need to, raise your family, maintain your home. So you have the resources that you need. Okay, so maybe that also comes into wisdom. It also comes into the information that you're being asked to tap into. The Strength card, again, reiterated, right? Which is crazy. The Strength card talks about, in this particular deck, the representation of self-restraint with gentleness, an awakening of compassion, right? The traditional deck being the woman with the lion, taming the lion, but not with any sort of harshness. You can tell it's very strong, assertive, and loving. And you see that here. It's also, the infinity symbol. I don't know if you can see that. You can. The infinity symbol, and the exchange of energy. But it is not aggressive at all. It is just a use of restraint to tame, that energy that you're being given, right? The Devil card traditionally speaks of walking away from self-limiting beliefs. But in this deck, let's just see here. Let's make sure. And I am double checking the book because it is a new deck to me. Represents anything or anyone that lures you by seduction into giving away your freedom. So just sort of the same thing. So this talks about more of an external, don't be lured into something, which we know that there's enough of that going around these days. Make sure that you tap into your own intuition, which you very clearly have, right? The Three of Swords is a card of pain, of I guess it's of heartbreak, right? Bringing awareness to how or where you're hurt. But a 3 is also a building in the deck. So this isn't necessarily that you are in pain. You have acknowledged it and you are moving through it. Okay, and this is just an acknowledgement, a validation of that. The Six of Pentacles in this deck is the exchange of resources. It's important to maintain balance, between give and take, right? And again, you're talking about your resources and exchanging resources. You're being given the wisdom. What are you going to be doing with that wisdom? Right? As you tap into it, as you learn to tap into that. The King of Pentacles is telling us that you are concerned with earthly powers. It indicates a high level of maturity in dealing with the material world, right? So as you navigate this earthly realm, and then you tap into the strength and the wisdom that you are capable of tapping into, and you step away from self-limiting beliefs, you step away from people trying to manipulate you, you let go of all the hurt, and you start to give and take the information, the resources, the power that you have. You are settling in to this beautiful, mature, just very solid. You're solid, right? You are reliable. You're supportive. You're steady, right? Isn't that what we all seek? And then you round it all out with the 9 of Wands, which is creativity, right? You got that fire coming right out of the wands. Look how beautiful that is. And you want to be careful that as you use all this energy and you're picking up all this wisdom and you're settling your old, emotional, heartache, and you're learning to exchange all of those resources, that knowledge, the financial security. You want to just be aware to not give too much of yourself, right? Because you are capable of fighting long after you've hit the ground, right? And that is indicated all over here with the strength card and the coming through the emotional pain. You've provided yourself the structure to walk away from painful situations. This is a beautiful, beautiful reading. And thank you for being patient as I muddle through with the book on that one. I'm very excited about this deck. It's just stunning. And so we're going to take the traditional Rider-Waite, and we're going to take a look to see if there's any additional clarification that we are looking for. Anything else, Spirit? Anything else for the collective? Oh, beautiful. You have the Queen of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. You are on a path that is quite amazing, right? So the Queen of Cups is loving, tender-hearted, right? You're psychic, you're intuitive, you're very spiritual. What's going on, Spirit? Whoa, ew, take it easy, right? And that loving nature, you see it in the strength, right? You see it from their strength cards. The Queen of, I'm so sorry, not the Queen. Goodness. The 9 of Pentacles. The 9 of Pentacles is talking about discipline, self-reliance, right? Refinement. You have the Pentacles coming back at you again, talking about how you are capable of having structure to get to where you need to go. The 5 of Pentacles is coming out for you. And the 5 of Pentacles is usually a card you always hear, well, you're walking right past, a place that you can go seek refuge, that has the resources that you're looking for. I always look at the 5 of Pentacles in a different way. These people are not afraid to be who they are, right? You don't have to be like everybody else. You can walk your own path, and that's okay. And that's how I always look at the 5 of Pentacles. And you have the 7 of Cups, which just gives you a ton of options, right? You are looking at a bunch of directions that you can be taking going forward. So be careful not to get a little bit lost in that. That would be the only thing. But I think it's optimism, it's options, it's wishful thinking, right? Get into that intuitive side of you and really sort of settle in to wishing for whatever you want. Now's the time, right? We've got some really beautiful moon changes coming up. We are in a unique time in the world. And ascension is a real life thing. So don't be afraid to do a little bit of manifesting, right? You are given the Knight of Wands. And the Knight of Wands talks about being daring and adventurous. You are passionate, and again, with confidence, right? He is charging in, but in control, right? He's in control of his horse. He has steady in his face, right? And maybe a little bit charming, right? You are given the Eight of Cups, and the Eight of Cups is a card of walking away, right? Which I think maybe that comes back to the Three of Swords. You are realizing it is time to walk away. And not only is it time to walk away, it is okay to walk away, right? We are constantly taught that you must be a certain way, you must go to a certain job, you must be with a certain relationship, whether that is romantic, whether it's family, whatever it is. Here's the deal. We get this one life, right? And, maybe reincarnate. That's fine. But right now you have one. This is it. So lean into who you are and be okay with it. It's okay to walk away from whatever that situation is for you. You know what that is, right? And then you are rounding that out with the Ace of Swords. A beautiful new beginning, right? You are getting justice, you're getting truth, you're getting mental clarity, and you are getting a new beginning. This is just so wonderful. I'm excited for you. Whatever it is that you are closing out and walking into, stay in touch, right? I want to know what's going on. Let's go ahead and let's do something a little bit different. I've got these cards here, and they just have letters on them. And so what I'm asking for Spirit is to give us some letters, and those letters can spell words that are impactful for the people who are listening, or maybe their initials, maybe they're letters of states, countries. What do you have for us, Spirit? What does pile one, oopsie, okay, that's a whole bunch. What does pile one need? Let's take a look here. We've got D, J, N, E, D, Y, W, another W, P, T, R, another J. Huh. There's something here with doubles or twos. Well, I don't see much in the realm of words, unless you guys do. But again, this could just be initials that are meaningful to you. And if it resonates, it resonates. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. It's okay. But let's close out with one of the most positive decks that I have been blessed to work with. What positive message can pile one take from your reading for the week coming up, please? Thank you. Okay, the messages that you can take throughout the week when you need them is, when I am patient, I let the universe do the work for me, what I cannot do for myself. Right? Which talks about this here, tapping in. When I am grateful for what I have, I can feel good along the way to what I desire, which I love that as well, because we all don't always have everything that we want, but we certainly have everything that we need within ourselves. And that is such a great message, right? Life is what we make of it. So that is pile number 1. Thank you so much for sticking around, and we're going to move on to pile number 2. Okay, hello, pile number 2. All right, so you were given the Oracle card of Nanael, and this is from the Angel Tarot. We are going to pull from the Seeker Oracle as well as the Angel Wisdom Tarot. All right, so let's pull your other Oracle card. I'll take these 2 since they just right out. Interesting. So in your angel reading, you are being asked to have faith and tell your story. Absolutely. Okay, and then let's go ahead and pull the tarot. What does pile number 2 need to know for the week coming up? Whoosh. I'll say these out. Okay, the Page of Wands, Magician, the King of Swords, the Three of Cups. Let's get some more, please. Thank you. Any more advice? Thank you. Okay, cool. Stop there. Well, let's do one more. We can fit it. Perfect. It's like you needed it. Okay. So let's take a look at your Oracle cards. So the Angel Tarot, Nanael, is God humiliating the proud. Okay. And this is going to be Psalm 119:75. I know, O Lord, that thy judgments are right, and that thou in faithfulness hast afflicted me. Okay, so the person born under Nanael's influence will have a melancholic demeanor, and will pursue a private life. You're going to look for rest. You're going to be the person who seeks meditation. All right, you're going to distinguish yourself through knowledge of abstract concepts, right? You walk to a beat of your own drum, right? And you prefer quiet company, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. That is beautiful. Nanael's rules over the high sciences and is able to influence religious men, teachers, magistrates, and men of law. Interesting. He's the sole guardian for those born from 5:20 p.m. to 5:40 p.m. and the moral guardian for those born on May 11th, July 22nd, October 2nd, December 13th, or February 23rd, and is the physical guardian for those born December 5th through the 9th. So this would be your guardian angel. This is the angel that you will sit and meditate to, pray to, in order to seek guidance, right, for those particular areas. Your seeker oracle is just beautiful, right? Have faith. Look at that. That's just sweet. It just reminds me of a child hand reaching up to his parents' hand, or her parents' hands. And so when we talk about having faith, we often associate that word with religion, right? Which is easy to do because I gave you, the most religious card in the Angel Tarot, right? Which talks about spiritual communication and influences of, religious practitioners. But this card tells you that that's necessarily mutually exclusive, right? So believing can limit our understanding. Faith is also defined as having a complete trust, right? And confidence in things that defy logic, that can't be explained, right? So this is just asking you to have faith, right? Faith is powerful. It is powerful. It gives you that inner calm to continue to moving forward when you're not sure if you should be moving forward, if you can move forward, right? It is just saying you are protected and you are being cared for. Okay. It really truly is that it is just a flame that never dies when you have it, right? You lean into it and you are able to overcome many things. Okay. And you are also being asked to tell your story. Interesting. Okay. Tell your story, but then you also have the Page of Wands, which is enthusiasm, optimistic, creative, impatient, news of exciting opportunities, allowing your creativity to soar, doing things that fuel your passion, and most importantly, to finish what you start. I don't know if you're a good finisher or you're a bad finisher, but this is an indication that to focus on that, which is great because you're getting the Magician here, which is the start, right? The Magician is the start, the fire of that idea. So magic is alive in your life. This is what the card reads, and you will need to, what you need to be successful will manifest if you believe in it, if you have faith. If you have faith and you touch base with your angel, right? If you believe in it. And then you're also looking at the King of Air or Swords, which is intelligence, impartial, respected, stoic, receiving wise advice. You remain objective and fair-minded. You're capable of public speaking, communicate clearly, unemotional, relationships, or being emotionally unavailable. But I don't see that here because you're being given the Three of Cups next, right? You have celebration with friends, joyful announcements, engagements, weddings, pregnancies, things of that nature. It's a time for gratitude and close communities or chosen families. So I think this is just you leaning into the intellectual side that you have to start whatever it is that you've been dreaming of starting. Standing up for yourself, right? Have confidence. Don't be afraid to challenge. You absolutely have in you everything you need, right? As told by the Magician. And it's okay to speak up. Absolutely. And you are being given the Emperor here, which is logic, organization that will increase your success. So you're going to take charge, accept that leadership role, and you're going to have a bit of structure and discipline, which is going to help you get through that. And you're going to get rid of that illusion that you're being trapped, right? And accept responsibility for your situation. And then you can make the choices that support your path to happiness, right? Whatever is holding you back, be it any sort of unhealthy habit, an addiction, anything like that, you are able to easily let this go, right? And you can let that go by telling your story, okay? So we all have history, and we all have a story to tell, right? We all have a story to share. And there's no right or wrong way to share that story. Just be discerning with who and what you share. You know what people, the people in your life that you can and can't trust with certain pieces of information. And that is not a dig, and that is not me saying be two-faced or any of that stuff. Here's the deal. Certain people are capable of certain exchanges of energy, and that's okay. You can have friends that you can talk about very intimate things with, and then you have friends that you can't. But with those friends, you can talk about, I don't know, maybe like sports, or I don't know, like recipes or something that maybe that your friends that you can talk very intimately with could care less about. Okay. And granted, friends should care about you and everything that you care about, but we're all really busy, and that's not necessarily the case. And it's okay. It's okay. And I think that's a lesson that we all should be learning. It is okay to let people be who they are so that you can be who you are. Absolutely, right? And letting go of anything that's holding you back and stepping into that emperor and fighting for that beautiful dream that you are entitled to have. Maybe it's just writing it in a journal. Maybe you just need to tell your angel. Get it off your chest, talk about it, right? It's encouraged. Tell your story, okay? And when you do, ta-da, 10 of Pentacles, or leaf in this deck. It is financial security for yourself and your family. Okay, you may be looking at an inheritance or a retirement, but it's something that you're going to be given because you put in the work. That's how I look at it. I don't really necessarily read this as an inheritance. An inheritance it doesn't necessarily mean the traditional meaning that we think that it means, right? When someone passes on and then you gain wealth from that. It could be, a position at work, right? Something of that nature. But you are gaining peace and contentment in your life, right? You're honoring your family traditions. Okay. Pride in your family tree, maybe passing on what you know to your kids or to young people. Doesn't necessarily have to be your kids. This is a beautiful reading. This is you being asked to have faith and step inside of your unique way of life, to be ignited by that creative energy, to know that you have everything that you need to get whatever project it is that you are looking to start. You are smart enough. You are capable to get it done. You will be celebrating something amazing. Okay? You're going to have to stand up for yourself. That's the way the world works. Doesn't mean we have to be forceful, right? It just means, hey, I said no and I meant it. It's that simple. Or, I don't want that. No, thank you. Nope. Or, hey, I want that, right? Sometimes we don't ask for what it is that we want, and then we're all like cranky that we didn't get it. Did you ask? Like, it's very powerful. When we put intention into the world, that's powerful, right? And you see that when you are able to communicate your story, and you step into that logical, organized side of you to take charge and tell people what you want, and you're structured and you're disciplined about letting whatever it is go, you have such a beautiful future, right? The potential is there. And so let's go ahead and just ask for a little bit of clarification. Anything else that you need to provide to pile number 2, please? Woohoo! Where'd you go? Look at that. Look at that. That makes sense. That makes sense. You're putting in the work, right? Putting in the work. The 8 of Pentacles is you knuckling down, being a master at your craft, not being distracted, and you are putting in the work, right? And you are be given the Fool, which is saying, hey, You have everything that you need in your bag. So jump, right? And the Seven of Swords, Three of Cups again. So the Seven of Swords traditionally is sort of like a trickster card. Like, hey, be careful. You know, you get someone stealing from you. Maybe you're the one who's got the swords and you're running off with them, right? I'm not advocating don't steal. But what I'm saying is that oh God, it just doesn't feel dishonest to me. There's nothing in this reading that feels dishonest to me at all. Nothing. Not even your ego, right? Potentially with addictions and unhealthy habits. You've got swords and you're happy about it. Let's just move on, right? You're celebrating with the Three of Cups again. Yep, you know that song. And then you're being given the Seven of Cups. You have some options ahead of you. Absolutely. So just be a little bit aware not to get a little cluttered, I guess. You want to be able to just make a decision, and you'll just do that as you settle into organization and logic to get through all of that. This is a beautiful reading. Okay, so let's take a look at something a little unique. And we're going to ask Spirit for some letters. What letters can pile 2 benefit from seeing? Maybe spell us a word. I saw something flipping here. There it is. Maybe spell us a word or 2. Maybe they're just initials, right? And you're in pile number 1. There's a bunch, right? So if you watch pile number 1, we'll just say that this is a stark difference for sure. All right, we'll do one more shuffle. What does pile number 2 need to see in the form of words or letters, please? Interesting. All right, what do you got? Let's see here. M, E, R, V, and Y. I don't know that that's not very, but maybe those are initials that mean something to you. Maybe they don't. Take it as it is. If it resonates, it resonates. If it doesn't, it doesn't. That's no big deal. But we are going to take a look at one of my favorite inspiration decks. It's just so positive. It's so positive. Sometimes we need it, and sometimes we don't, and it still makes you feel really good inside. Oh, thank you so much for this beautiful advice for pile number 2. What do we got? My greatest spiritual shifts don't come through force. They come through freedom. Maybe freedom and faith? Just saying. When I live and act from a place of spiritual alignment, I can trust that everything is working out for me, even if I don't know when or how it will happen. Maybe because you have faith? What a great ending. Oh, thank you so much for joining me. And moving on to pile number 3. Have a wonderful day. Okay, hello, pile number 3. Welcome. We are starting your reading out with the Panther Spirit Reclaim Your Power card. And this is from the Spirit Animal Oracle. We're going to be also using the Seed and Sickle Oracle and then the Wild Unknown Tarot as well. And so let's go ahead and pull your second Oracle card. What does pile number 3 need to know? Never mind. Got it. Okay. Oh, Belladonna. Okay. Now let's take a look at your tarot. What does pile number 3 need to know for the week coming up, please? Okay, you need to know nothing. Let's be nice. Ooh, oh my gosh. Oh, wow. Oh, jeez Louise. Oh. Okay, let's organize this. Get the Fool, the Emperor, the Two of Wands, the World card. Okay. What more does pile number 3 need to know about the week ahead, please? One more, please. Thank you so much. Oh, God. The Moon right under the World. The Son of Wands. Could you get any more? Major Arcana's pile 3. Wow. Okay, let's, before we get a little wild and crazy here, let's take a look at your Oracle cards. Okay, so the Panther Spirit, number 44, which is a very classic angel number. So I don't know if you're seeing 44s or anything like 22s, 11s, 33s, 35s, right? The classic numbers. Pay attention, look them up as you consistently see them, and pay attention to the messages that are coming to you. Okay, so reclaiming your power. So it takes courage, right, to face challenges, and you have the freaking Panther Spirit here, right? So some of you, maybe you are brave and you know you are. Some of you are a little bit more timid and tend to just go with the flow. And then I think that when you do that, you just sort of like get into a routine of, I don't know, just sort of accepting how things are. And you've forgotten that you are like a powerful animal, right? You are brave 110%. And that's what this Oracle card is telling you. So you are going to be speaking like you have never spoken before. So anything that you want, you are going to be able to fearlessly go after it. Okay? And it quite literally is that. At any time that you feel shaky, take a breath. Remember this beautiful card, this beautiful Panther Spirit, and know that you are being protected and you are being given courage to get through it. 10 seconds of courage, that's all you need. And you're going to be able to speak your truth, right? So you have the belladonna from the sickle and seed. And the belladonna is a plant that, gosh, if I remember correctly, it was a plant that was loved by the devil, right? And he gives many of its magical abilities to his allies. So fiercely does he care for it that he leaves a black hen to guard it when he's not present. So this is basically saying that you may not realize how many people value you and are looking out for your well-being. Okay, so support will come from them when you are least expecting it. But remember, when it does, that relationships like these are rare, right? And that they're hard to come by. And, so you could look at that from your spirit animals with you, protecting you, right? Because you're badass, right? You're the belladonna. You have abilities. You are spiritual, which I believe that the Moonstone that we chose is also about raising intuition. So you may be an intuitive person and you need to just lean into it and kick butt and take names, right? And you see in your reading, this is crazy. Okay, so the Fool, right? The Fool talks about you're this little baby bird on the branch. You're going to jump. Are you going to fly or are you going to fall? Right? And traditionally, we look at the cards that are surrounding it to see what you should be doing. The very next card you have is the Emperor. Like, jump. 100%. Not only jump because you have the Emperor there, jump because you are being told you literally have animal protection spirit of a freaking Panther and the relationships that you have around you are built to protect you when you didn't even know that you needed it, right? The Two of Wands is it's a building card, right? You've started your journey, right? So you've jumped, right? Because of the support of the Emperor, and you're starting your journey. And the Wands are about creativity, okay? And so this is about determination, right? You're taking a direction. You have to choose between your path, but you are choosing one, and you're moving forward, and you are moving into the world. Okay, which is an ending card. You're ending something, and you're starting something new, right? You are walking away, right? This is the Eight of Cups. You're walking away from something, okay, and you're making a decision, right? The Lover's card is traditionally about making a decision to step into that wand energy again, right? That creative side of you. This is a beautiful reading. Right, that Son of Wands is you're on your way, right? You're trying new things. You're adventurous, right? You're moving forward. You're not quite a queen. You're not quite a king yet. That's okay, because you've just jumped. You're good. Keep moving forward. And the Moon card traditionally speaks of sort of like a fearfulness, mystery, intuition, all those things. But in the Wild Unknown Tarot, it is about dreams, right? And it is about the shadow realm. Okay. And so maybe look to your dreams for inspiration if you need it. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. You're protected, basically. Don't get stuck in the shadow world. But use your dreams as a way to find that inspiration that you need to move forward, right? Then to help you make the decision. Okay. And then I think also in the Wild Unknown, if I remember correctly, the world, there's a sentence at the very end of the paragraph that they use in there, which I love. And it says, what blocks you from feeling a sense of wholeness each and every day in your life? And I love that, because every time I pull this card for myself, it reminds me to look inwards and just sort of self-evaluate on why is it that I'm struggling, because it's easy to get focused on the exterior, but right, struggle is self-imposed. And so what is it that prevents you from feeling whole? Okay, walking away from that. Absolutely being okay to walk away from that. So take some time, look into the dream world to figure out what you need to end it. Okay, make a decision to move forward into a new adventurous lifestyle, because you are amazingly spiritual. You have abilities that even the devil, right, himself wants and protects, right, with the hen. And you are 100% being protected by your current relationships and spirit, right? So let's take a look at the Rider-Waite, traditional Rider-Waite deck, and ask for a little bit more clarification. Maybe you can get clarification on what you need to walk away from, or what happens when you walk away. Yep. Beautiful. Nine of Cups. Okay. Five of Swords, a little instability. There's a whole bunch. You know what? I take it. Because here's the thing. Every time it comes out, I'm always like, take it, put it back in. But the thing is that it always like resonates. So it's spirit. Sometimes I have to learn to not get in my own way and accept what's given to me. Okay, so Three of Swords. So a little bit of pain. Gosh, here's the deal. If you're in your head and you're in your feelings about something, take the time you need Okay? Take the help you need. Whatever that means for you, you know. But you are literally being told right here that you have this beautiful, emotional, treasure trove, right? You literally could have wish fulfillment here. Absolutely. Okay. But that you are being a little bit blocked, right? With a little, what do you want to call it? Self-interest, right? So either someone is being selfish, or perhaps you're being a bit selfish. But I think with the Three of Swords, the Three of Swords is also showing heartbreak, right? A little betrayal. But here's the thing about the Three of Swords: that means you're on the mend. You're not in it. You're mending. You're moving forward, right? The threes are moving forward. And then you see it here with the Knight of Cups. If you keep on the track that you're on, and you step into this power, right? You're moving into the Knight of Cups. The Knight of Cups is romantic. It's in your feels in the best way. You know, you're sensitive. You're opening up your imagination, right? Spending a little time with yourself, right? You're coming home. This knight is coming home in this card. He's done. He's done with battle. Screw that. I'm over it. I'm coming home. I got my cup and I'm coming home, right? Get your cup, right? Continue on your path to go home, right? And sometimes that means looking inward and really having a good, long, hard talk with yourself, and let yourself know that you are worth it, 100%. Okay, and then you're also being given here the Page of Swords, which is the card that speaks of having fortitude, you know, using your mind, being truthful, right? We talked about coming home and being looking inward, right? Introspective here. This is being truthful. Be honest with yourself. You have a lot of things in front of you. I feel like maybe you're a bit scattered. I don't know where to start. Pick one. Just pick one. Work on it. That's it. Move forward. Pick another one. Work on it. Whatever it is, just pick one. Okay? And then moving on through that path, you get to the King of Cups. You go from the Nine of Cups to the Knight of Cups. You know, messed up with the Seven of Cups. It's getting you a little bit in your, I don't know if I can do this, but if you keep moving forward and being honest with yourself introspectively, you move into the King of Cups. And that is amazing. That is you being able to be calm in your feelings, being caring, being tolerant. You are wise. I believe you have this inside of you right now. It is just a matter of putting in a little bit of work to get there. This is beautiful. This is great. Yay. Yay for you. Listen, we all got work. All have work. 100%. So this is a little bit different. This is just some letters. And I just want to see what Spirit has anything to say. Maybe he'll spell some words for you. Maybe it's just initials. You know, names, states, countries, provinces. Ooh. He really wanted to come out. Let's see what we have here. P-I-J H S N K. I won't really see any words that are jumping out at me. Yeah, ski. Zip. But again, take it as it resonates with you. That it's just a validation that you're at where you should be at. And if it resonates, it resonates. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. And that's okay. This is the most beautiful, positive deck that I have. And I reference it often. And we are just seeking a little bit of positive advice for the week coming up. All right, one more, please. Okay. Well, aren't you special, pile 3? Everybody else got 2. Okay, let's see here. We have believing in spiritual guidance gives me certainty and the freedom to keep dreaming, even when I can't yet see the results. Oh, that's so wonderful, right? Because when you're putting in the work, it's hard to see the results, right? In everything that we do, I think, right? You know, I'll give my example. Maybe, you know, I have a little bit of weight to lose, just saying, you know, and you never see it when it's happening, ever, right? You just have to have, you know, certainty that it's happening because you're putting in the work to do it, right? And just keep plugging right along. Okay. The next one is, the more I attune my energy with appreciation, the more the universe will deliver. Okay. And again, I think this comes back to the moon card. Meditating, taking a look at your dreams, you know, get in tune with that inner side of you, that spiritual side of you that you so very clearly have. True manifesting is about receiving what is of the highest good for all. Okay. So make sure as you're moving forward and you're letting go of everything and you're looking to yourself to just be patient and to make sure that you're not taking from others as you move forward. That's it. But I don't think you're gonna, because, you know, the kind of people that show up here don't do that, right? That's what I believe of this collective. And I'm so blessed to have the opportunity to be surrounded with people who are kind and want love and light in the world. Yeah. And then your next one is, I believe I'm worthy of feeling good. Absolutely, you are worthy of feeling good. You are the King of Cups. 100%. All right, pile 3, thank you for showing up to the reading. And I hope that you have a wonderful week coming up.